Welcome back to the Wins and Losses podcast with Evan Winkler and Joey Lacapo.
How you doing, my man?
Pretty good. We just had an epic golf game. It was pretty good. You should have saw some of those putts.
The scholar got me today. I had a win streak on him until today.
Yeah.
Today I came to an end.
I might have took a few more mulligans than Joey, so that might have helped me in my favor. But it was nice. It was a great day golfing.
It was beautiful. It's beautiful outside here in Southwest Michigan. You're talking mid-70s, sunny, perfect, low wind. It's about as good as you get.
It was a perfect day on the golf course. Perfect day to hit the sticks.
It is. It is.
That
You know
golf
what
ball
else
around.
it's a perfect day for?
Some USA soccer.
Your USA
Joey's ready.
Soccer right here. He's the soccer aficionado. I'm just the fan, I guess.
He's just,
so.
Joey's always representing the
I think the USA
team.
today can clinch.
They can, yeah.
See, with the
If
win.
if they win and Paraguay ties, they would actually clinch the whole group at first place. So first place would be good because then they would, in the next round, the knockout round, they'd probably play like a third place team. So that's huge. But if they just win, they'll clinch at least a spot in the knockout round. So that's big news. But Pulisic is out today with that calf injury, so that's a little worrisome for the United States. He is kind of their motor. He makes all the things happen. But hey, if you're a good soccer team, you should have other people there ready to fill in.
I know you've been more in tune to the games than I have, but I know you have a pretty strong feeling that the U.S. will be fine without him.
I think so too.
If they play clean and continue the momentum that they've built up over the past week.
And that game last week was epic. I've never seen USA soccer play like that before. That was usually USA's usually they're on their heels and counterattacking, but they controlled possession. They just controlled the game. They were attacking, and Paraguay would sometimes get a counterattack every once in a while. But it was great. So we hopefully at 3 today, we're rocking and rolling.
All right, sounds good. Go USA.
Yep. How many days till Michigan football's
78 till the old Western game this year. I don't have to go to Germany for it either.
Oh, that's
How
a
about
bummer.
that?
Saved a little money. Joey almost had to take his book, but he's going to get to save a little money now.
Keep it in the old big house this year. We're going to take care of Western, hopefully, and get ready for that big Oklahoma game. I'm super hyped for
Why would we want to switch places when you can play at the big house?
Yeah,
No better place to play.
Let's face it, everything's about money anyway. You make more money at the big house than you would at a smaller seated stadium in Germany. So, and take 2 teams from Michigan, one a MAC team and one a powerhouse. It's like it doesn't make a lot of sense.
No,
So it does make a lot of sense keeping it at home. Western will get their bag and get their little severance.
We're pretty much paying them a couple million probably to come play.
So, but nothing,
for a butt whooping.
Nothing like the 37.34 million that Michigan's paying for their roster this year.
Can you believe that?
But $37 million they're paying this roster
wild.
in 2026 to play football. Their quarterback's getting $3 million alone, Bryson, or we all know about that. But they released the dollar amounts in some of these guys. I could not believe Andrew Sprague, an offensive lineman, is pulling over $1 million, $1,008,422 just to play.
And your running back, number one running back, doesn't even get
Jordan Marshall, superstar, really going to be the motor that makes Michigan run behind Bryce. $900,000, still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But it's just like, God, linemen are making this. Cameron Brandt's making $1 million. Trey Pierce is making $829,000. And John Henry Daly came from Utah for a cool $1.22 million.
That's wild.
It's like, man, the amount of money in college football has just gotten way out of hand.
My question is Zach Berry making that much money for each touchdown he gives up?
That's the thing. It's like Zeke Berry's coming back, which is great because we have some seasoned defensive either secondary or defensive cornerbacks. But holy smokes, for $926 or $829 million or thousand, I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's a lot of money. A lot of money. It's just like, do you really need to pay these guys this much money?
And I really feel like Hill is our best corner.
I mean,
he's 837.
To put this in perspective, they're 18 to 22-year-old kids with their education is being paid for by their scholarship. They literally have all the apparel they could want. So they literally have clothes on their back. They're being fed by nutritionists. They're being housed by the University of Michigan. So their food is taken care of. Their clothing is taken care of. Their tuition is taken care of. They literally have nothing to pay for, and you have $3 million to blow. You have $900,000 of blood.
Just crazy we're playing Bryce $3 million. That's just nuts.
What is wrong with this world and college sports? There has to be some sort of way to wrangle it in. It's gotten so out of hand. And I'm complaining, but yet my team is one of the haves. There's a lot of haves and have-nots. Michigan's not going to have a problem. They can pay whatever to whoever.
The thing is, where does it stop? $37 million is, it's only going to be more next year.
No,
only going to be more than next year.
Texas pays more.
Yeah.
Ohio State plays more.
Yeah.
Texas A&M pays more. And it's just what is going on?
Where's the ceiling? It's going to keep pushing people more and more. I believe the players should get paid and get something because universities are making a lot of money off their likeness and what they're doing.
Paid a reasonable amount.
But there's got to be some kind of control, in major sports, right?
Is the University of Michigan really making that much money off of Zeke Berry to give him $829,000?
Right.
I get they're making money off Bryce Underwood. They're selling his jerseys. They're selling his apparel. But Zeke Berry, how many Zeke Berry jerseys have you seen out there? Come on, man.
Not many.
Come on. At some point, enough is enough.
Yes. So they got to figure out something. I don't know where it ends or what the solution is, but I would love to see some kind of CBA and some kind of salary cap or just something, because I feel like eventually this model is going to there's going to be 6 or 7 teams that can pay the money, and everyone else is just going to fall off.
You think about it realistically, you have the 4 to 5 top dogs in the Big Ten, the Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Oregon, USCs that are the haves. You have the 5 to 6 in the SEC, the Georgia, Texas, Oklahoma, Alabama.
I think they're having a harder time keeping up with the Big Ten.
They are, because they don't have the alumni base or quite the big business owners,
business owners, doctors, lawyers.
But then you have Notre Dame, and you have a couple ACC schools in Carolina, Duke, but Miami.
Texas Tech, you got the oil
Texas
money
Tech,
down in
oil
Texas.
money down there with the Big 12. But it's just holy smokes, at some point, that's it. That's going to be the same teams every year.
Yep.
And I thought that's what we were trying to get away from, is the same teams every year. Because, I don't know if you've been living under a rock for the past 10 years, but it's just those last couple of years of the CFP before the playoff was Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, and a random. It was every year, Georgia, or whoever.
Yes.
It's just I don't want to see the same thing. And granted, they're expanding the playoff, which is great, but it's going to be the same teams, the same 12, the same 16, the same. So I don't know.
There's got to be some kind of solution, and right now NCAA has no power at all, because they're winning. All the players are winning the court cases because they don't have no contract or they don't have anything going on. So I feel like all the major conferences got to agree on something and come together and figure something out, because I feel like major college sports is just going to suffer all.
Yeah.
In the end.
Well, the thing is college football is the cash cow that feeds the athletic department. College football is paying for field hockey. They're paying for tennis. They're paying for swimming and water polo and all those programs. But come on, at some point, it's like Michigan. It's just, like you said, it's just unsustainable. Michigan will be fine. And I should be the last one complaining, because the University of Michigan
will be the ones left behind.
Yeah, we'll be dominating everything. You saw that front and center for basketball. Hell, I'm the biggest Michigan fan there is, and it's just we literally paid for our roster and we won a national championship.
Didn't pay the most, though.
Yeah, no, it's so why are we complaining, but it's just not right. It's just not right.
They got to figure out something just level the playing field a little bit.
Right.
So I think that's huge for them. But how about the NBA basketballs come to a close?
We got champs, man. We're new champs.
I'm surprised Joey doesn't have his Knicks hat on.
First time in 53 years, the New York Knickerbockers, the Knicks, are the champs.
That's crazy.
I don't know if you saw the parade or highlights from the parade yesterday, but the city was shut down. They were having a good time. It was Ferris Bueller's day off for everybody in New York.
I think everybody was at the parade in New York.
But you think about it, New York has 2 hockey teams, 2 football teams, 2 baseball teams, 1 basketball team. So everybody in New York's a Knicks fan. So I'm not a huge Knicks fan, but I am happy that they won.
Just their basketball, even if you think about the Nets, right? No one in that area has watched one basketball in a long time.
Right,
so that's a big deal for them.
53 years, man. Beyond my lifetime, beyond your life. So first time we've ever seen the Knicks
We're just
win,
young pups.
Yeah, first time any of us has ever seen the Knicks win. So yeah, congrats to the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson with the MVP. Hopefully they can have another successful season. Not as successful as the Pistons or Bulls,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see.
It's good. I like Jalen Brunson. I like Hart. I think they Mike Brown. He got kind of wrongly fired at Sacramento. It was just kind of nice. They're kind of a gritty, tough team. Really.
They're gritty, tough. They're very humble. Very like you look at it, they just have a lot of humility. I mean, it's Villanova college core. Just moved up to the pros, but
And what a cool story, though, right?
It really
Villanova,
is.
they're out in Villanova, and they dominated. They beat Michigan that year.
Yeah,
and then they won it as in pros together, which is pretty cool.
But no, that's awesome. They're like they call them the what? Something I forgot the name. They have a nickname for them.
Oh, really?
Which is like the Nova something or the New York Nova or
Nova Knicks.
Nova Knicks. There you go. So it's like. It's kind of cool, but we'll see. Next year's a new year. We don't know if LeBron's coming back. We don't know what kind of shakeups. The NBA draft is actually coming up on Thursday this week.
And what's going to happen with Giannis? I mean, I feel like there's a lot of unknowns right now.
Giannis might go. I mean, there's going to be a lot of movers and shakers. It's like, where will Yaks will end up? They're talking about Yaks maybe going to the Thunder, OKC.
Whoa.
It's
They're
like
great at developing people.
We'll see who gets drafted from Michigan. Michigan has some boys. They got Mara, Lundenborg, and Morez Johnson are supposed to be lottery picks. So, we'll see where they go. Hopefully they do well. Wish them more. There's a lot of Michigan. There's true blue in the NBA. There's a lot of blue in the NBA. So
it's going to continue to happen, I think, with
Dusty May. He's really building up a powerhouse.
And Dusty we trust.
And Dusty we trusty. I got the T-shirt on order, I think.
Someone has it. Joey has it.
That's right. But hey, we'll see what happens with basketball. I know you're not a huge fan, but college men's World Series is coming to the finals on Saturday. We got
first game one Saturday.
Game one Saturday, the best of three. North Carolina Tar Heels versus the Oklahoma Sooners. North Carolina's kind of been a powerhouse throughout the season. They were ranked number 5 or 6 coming in.
They've been up in the rankings a lot.
They've been up there a lot. Oklahoma's kind of like gotten hot lately.
Oh, really?
Like they were good, but they weren't like highly rated. But they just kind of caught fire.
I think that's huge with teams, right? If you catch fire.
They knocked off Texas. They knocked off Georgia. It's like so they're sneaking around the chicken coop. So the best of 3. So we'll see who wins.
Who are you thinking?
I don't know.
Who's your pick?
I think I'm going with Carolina.
Carolina.
I think they're just the better team. But Oklahoma's hot. Sometimes heat wins.
Boomer Sooners, baby. I haven't watched any of the college baseball.
That's fine.
I'm going Boomer Sooners.
I can't say Boomer Sooners because we play them in about 87
Well, they got to get their win out now because when they play Michigan, and we're going to whomp them.
Play them 86 days.
Take them down, baby.
No Sooners here,
78
man. Go
days.
blue, baby. Go blue.
Go blue.
Even if it is Carolina blue, right?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it's Jordan. They got Jordan Brand.
They're
We got Jordan Brand.
Good
Probably
alumni.
Oklahoma does too.
I got family that live in North Carolina. My aunt and uncle and my cousins live down there. So, Go Heels. Bill Belichick, Jordan Hudson.
Bill Belichick. Yeah, he's definitely. I don't know how much longer he's going to be a heel after this year.
Oh,
see if he can keep that up.
That's funny.
So who do you think's winning that USA game today? Who's your winner? What's your score?
Honestly, I'm pulling for the U.S. I do think the U.S. is actually going to win. I think it's going to be tight. I haven't watched a whole lot of FIFA. I haven't watched a whole lot of soccer. I know you've kind of been filling me in. I have been catching some highlights. I do think being on home soil, being out in Seattle, I mean, God, the Americans are going crazy right now for this World Cup. It's kind of soccer craze right now. I don't know much about the Australians, so it's hard for me to kind of go through some matchups. But I just think with the USA and the momentum and just the whole pride in the country right now, that's going to be hard to hold.
I think a lot of people thought Australia was going to be the team in that group that was just going to get beat really easily. So they've actually kind of surprised everyone that first game. I think they thought Turkey was going to be maybe the surprise team, but sounds like.
My dog found a squeaky toy. Sorry.
Hey, it wouldn't be wins and losses without a little.
That's right, a little squeaky toy.
But I think the USA their home Seattle is crazy about soccer. It's going to be crazy loud. I think you feed off of that home environment. I'm going to think it's going to be 3-1. I think.
Ooh, you going 3-1?
Yeah. Bugala. So that's how you kind of say his name. It's kind of interesting. But he's going to score another goal because he's in the chase for the Golden Boot. So let's keep it going.
If there wasn't any reason for you guys to tune in to wins and losses, Just to listen to Evan
See what
try
they
to
wanna
pronounce
say.
names is reason enough.
It looks like Pepe is going to get the start in place of Pulisic.
Okay.
Yeah, our boy Pepe right there.
There you go, Pepe.
Usually McKinney plays the middle, so this is kind of interesting formation. So we'll see if that kind of stays.
Okay.
But I think they're going to probably McKinney's a great player, so maybe they want him on the wing to kind of replace Pulisic as that game changer out there to happen. So
Good.
I think USA is going to get the win. It'll be a
hope
clean
so.
sheet, unfortunately, but Richard is the key back at defense. And did you know that there's a Freeman who plays on the U.S. soccer team, and his dad is Antonio Freeman, who played for the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy,
A
huh?
little bit of wins and losses trivia for you.
Yeah, little connection. I know a lot of our listeners probably aren't soccer fans, so we got to make sure
So
we connect
Antonio
with it.
Freeman's kid plays soccer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
How about that?
Yeah, he starts for the USA national team, so they both play football.
Football, just different kinds.
Just
right?
kind of different football, right? Isn't that crazy why we call our football? I mean, it makes more sense why football is called that in the rest of the world because it's with your foot,
With
right?
your feet, yeah.
Why is it called handball? Handball. I guess there's already handball.
Just another problem with America.
We just like to say we're going to call it football, and you're going to have to deal with it.
If we went through all the issues that Americans have, I think football being on the list. We'll add it to the list.
With that, travel and
Oh my God!
all these. I mean, we could get Joey fired up if we want to get him on a little rant, guys. If we wanted
Sports.
to.
I want to go on a mini rant, and when I say mini, very many, because many of you won't.
We haven't had Joey rant in a while, so
Youth
sit back and enjoy,
sports
folks.
Has a lot of issues going on right now with the whole travel, football, baseball, travel softball, travel soccer, travel sports, and youth
basketball
is oversaturated, and it's overhyped. It's not what everybody thinks it is. It's
too many games, too much burnout.
You have kids burning
good
out.
coaching.
You got kids getting injured. You got poor coaching. The talent level's not as good. You know, the only thing you get is more of the sport, but more of the sport isn't necessary. Growing up, me and you,
there's less three
well-rounded.
sport athletes. I feel like
you know, in the fall you played football and soccer. In the winter you wrestled or you played basketball, and in the spring you played baseball, softball, or soccer. You know, whichever it fell, or spring is volleyball. You were versatile. You could play numerous. You were working out different muscle groups in your body. You know, the kids were never out of shape. They were rarely injured.
You
know,
less
now
burnout. You play in the neighborhood, right? You go to someone's house. You go to a field somewhere.
And play some ball, or go in the driveway and play some basketball.
Unorganized playing rather than having a parent always there.
That's the way it should happen. Now, I mean, you got these kids having Tommy John surgery because they're pitching a million innings, and you know, you got these kids ripping ligaments in their legs.
You got the NBA who has Europeans as the best players in the sport rather than Americans.
Because Americans all in this travel AAU basketball.
They don't play defense, and they're all prima donnas, and it's all about me.
Exactly. But that's it. I won't get any more about because I know there's a lot of people that listen that are pro travel. I apologize if I offended you, but my feelings are out there. Yeah. Anti-travel.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
It used to be a little more of a select thing. Maybe the best ones play, but now it's like anyone can be on a team.
It is not selective.
It's an interesting thing.
No. So. All right, we're going to keep this actually as a modified podcast. It's going to be a little bit shorter today, only because we are kind of getting into that season. There is baseball, MLB going on. Still a long way to go. The
Tigers aren't doing good. I saw Scooble actually said the other day that the Tigers probably need to get stuff figured out before the deadline. We need to start winning, or else whatever that means.
Well, they were kind of coming back for a while. They were only like 6 games out. Now they're back to 8.
They're in a big series. They play the White Sox, who's in first place.
They're 8.5 back, and they really need to kind of get a little push. Hopefully by the All-Star break they can get within 5. Yeah. I know the Cubbies are at 6.5 back. They're still in the mix, but there's still such a long way in baseball. You know, I mean,
forever.
You still have the powerhouse Yankees, powerhouse Dodgers up there. You know, the Braves are always playing well. White Sox are like your surprise team. Mariners playing well, but they were good last year too. Milwaukee has been solid for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
But Padres are up there too. But yeah, it's just your usual suspects. There's such a long way that we're gonna have many, many weeks of talking baseball ahead, so we won't get into too much baseball. Just wanted to kind of touch base. I know it was good getting back with all the listeners and viewers last week. We hadn't seen you in a couple months, so we are getting closer to Michigan football. So we will start talking more Michigan football here week to week. We're gonna try to come back with you next week, and we'll obviously talk about USA Soccer and see what's going on with the World Cup,
baby.
And give you some baseball highlights, and hopefully we'll have a champion of the World Series as well. So the College World Series, that is. So until next time, it was good seeing you guys, and go
blue.